So AnyLogistix asked me to give them a case studies of why we pick AnyLogistix. Just to give you a little bit background about our company, we are Tessenderlo Group, our parent company in Belgium, based here in Phoenix. We are a company that specializes in agriculture, valorizing bioresiduals, and also providing industrial solutions. Founded and headquartered in Belgium. Actually, this year we are celebrating 100 years anniversary. Yeah, it's been existing for 100 years. In Phoenix, currently have been in existence for about 70 years. We have about 4,500 employees. You can see some of the statistics that we have up there. That's pretty much about it about our company. I'm here representing the Crop Vitality Group. We actually based here in the US. We mainly specialize in sulfur-based fertilizer. In agriculture, it's not a very exciting industry for sure. I'm not sure you heard anything about fertilizer, but that's what we do here in the US. Everybody needs to eat, everybody needs food, and I guess fertilizer help nurturing plants. That is one of our mission, is nurturing and enhancing life through innovative chemistry. Just give you a little bit about the industry that we're in. Like I said, our company, Crop Vitality, or Curly, have been in existence for about 70 years or so. What we do is we are taking the excess gas from all the refineries, petroleum refineries, and we convert that into liquid fertilizer. So if you see all the flare from all the gas from all the petroleum company, that's what we do. We take that gas, which is we hook up to their pipe, burn it, and that's how it converted into liquid fertilizer. And that's what we do. So instead of all that gas getting into the atmosphere, we convert that gas and make it something usable. What is basic fertilizers? Just to give you a little, background about fertilizer. Like human, we all need some sort of nutrients. Fertilizer is a substance aiding plant growth, an organic or synthetic substance added to the soil to increase its ability to support plant growth. Some of you probably know if you planted tomatoes, you need manure or you need some sort of fertilizer or anything out there. If you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, things like that, you probably buy some sort of fertilizer. And if you do, these are some of the elements that support your plants. I'm not a chemist by any means, but these are all the chemistry that go into your plant. What we produce at TKI is the three main products, nitrogen, which is N, potassium, and sulfur. Those are the elements that we produce. Some of the products we sell today, thiosulfate, which is a trademark name. Go back to what I said, if you go to Home Depot and Lowe's and you buy any sort of fertilizer, you will see the numbers that as I listed up there, 12-0-0-26, it represents 12% of nitrogen, 0% of phosphorus, 0% of potassium, and the last number is 26% of sulfur. So if you see a label, if you go buy any sort of fertilizer, it will list it that way, which is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And the last numbers is usually a sulfur. And all your plants, tomatoes, pecans, you name it, corn, soybeans, you need those nutrients for your plant. And these are some of the main products that we produce at TKI here in the US. Just to give you a picture of our operations. Obviously, you don't see the pipes from the refineries hook up to our plant, but it goes through different process of reactors, burn that gas, and convert that into a liquid. Just to show you the tank, there's a million of gallons tanks, so it's big. This is how we transport. We transport by trucks, by rail car, by barge. Mainly, we are supporting our distributors. We don't go directly to the growers or the farmers. We just sell directly to distributor, and they are actually the one that will provide the customer with planning how to grow the crops. So why did we choose supply network optimization or AnyLogistix? Several years ago, we, like any company, we use an Excel sheet to plan our sale and operation, and that's how we plan our supply. So we had a problem. We used a lot of historical data on an Excel sheet, and we were looking for some different kind of tool to support our supply chain. And I guess we found AnyLogic, or AnyLogic found us one way or the other. And what we do is we use the network optimization currently right now to give our supply chains a guidance of how to plan the supplies to support the whole North America supply chain network. And so far, I mean, what I learned and what we learned is it's pretty powerful. I mean, it can provide us as much information you want. Just some of the things to keep in mind, obviously, because it's dynamic. So you have to some sort of, make some assumptions, predict the future demands, things like that. Production costs by plant, freight costs by lane. So many things that you don't have a real data, so therefore you got to make some sort of assumption to it. And some of the key model features that just a simple things that we started out with, we do a 1-year time horizon model to support our current operation, give us a 12-month planning periods, so our supply team can actually plan the supply across the entire network, where we will be strategically put our supply. What if our plant is down? Since we are hooking up to the refineries, we are at their mercy of providing us the gas. So if they turn down or they happen to have a natural disaster or whatever happened, we need to have a plan for that. So with this tool, we are able to do many scenarios just in case if our supply can't support us. And then some of the analysis of some of the results that we found, obviously, it's been very helpful for us because since we're moving our supply by trucks and rail cars, it gives us a detail of how much it costs per lane for the train, our freight, barges, and things like that. It gives us a choice with the most efficient way so we can actually move our supply across the country. And then just to show you, it is a graphical analysis of what I did so far for our supply chain. We did a scenario, what if one of our plant happened to be down? What would it do to us? So it gives our supply chain some sort of preparation. So in case if it's actually down, this is what they need to do, what we originally planned for, and what if, if that actually happened, this is what you need to do in order to prepare for it. And last but not least, is some of the future opportunities that we can do with the network optimizations. I mean, we are looking at expanding our capacity strategically. If we don't, all our plants right now are heavily concentrated in the Midwest, which is here in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. What if we want to expand our capacity? What it would do to us? So that way, it won't cost us an arm and leg to move all the freight across the country. And opportunity cost. What if we want to sell to a certain customer and that other customer or forgo some of the opportunities, things like that, and specific cost to serve our customers. So there are several opportunities that we want to do with the tool. That's what we're going to do next in terms of using the tool. And with that, that's all I have. So any questions you guys have for me? Look like the gentleman over here have a question.
So just wondering,
So for the first questions, how long it takes, it depends on how much information you want to show, or how much, what is the expectation from the team, or what they want to see. As far as what I do with this model, or what I did with this model is they want to be able to see the number of productions they need to plan for the whole year, for the 12 months horizon. So that's what I did. But if you want to do 5 years, and as Timothy and Angela was saying earlier, you can extend it to how many years ever you want. And I would say, give or take, about 5 hours to build it up and run it, because it's a manual process because it's an Excel template base. So obviously you put a lot of details into it. But since we already have an ERP system, so we just extract all that data and put it out into a template base.
So the posting from the data, starting from data, we can all run in 5 hours?
Yeah, because there's a lot of details that I was learning myself too. I don't know how to use AnyLogix at all. So obviously, this is all that. Yeah, instead of before that, it took us, taking a bunch of Excel sheet and plan our supply chain and collaborate with a bunch of functional group. Now it's just all about extracting from your ERP and then, put that in a template and actually give you a result.
Hi.
Yeah.
Quick question from me. So, really nice presentation. First of all, the efficiency of the flaring. Just wondered what kind of rate of efficiency you get from flaring, and then converting that into fertilizer. And also, who are your end customers?
What? Who are end customers? Oh, okay.
Because you gave us the supply chain, but I didn't actually figure out who you were shipping it to.
Our end customer, as far as the model I'm running for, or our end customer as for our end customer?
Yeah, so the business end customer.
Okay. As far as my end customer for the model is our supply chain group, which is they plan and supply for across the country, and also for our leadership team because they want to see whether we should go make some sort of investment on our equipment and things like that, or what I want to see next is whether should we go ahead and expand or start a new plant, things like that. That's what they want to see. As far as the gas efficiency, we do have a standalone plant, so yes, we hook up to the refineries, but obviously there's up and down. So we want to balance our, what are the words I'm looking for? So we have refinery, but we also have standalone plant, which is we buy raw material and then convert that into liquid fertilizer.
Good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Over here. So I was just curious if you could describe what caused your leadership team to finally depart from the way they had done it with Excel spreadsheets in the past, and the process, or how long it took them to trust the new method?
That is a good question. Actually, that's the reason I think one of the person I spoke yesterday and say if you actually can do a testimonial for AnyLogic. We're looking for a better way to improve our planning. Like any company, big companies, I'm not sure, but for us it was a small mid-sized company, so we use in the same way we used to do, which is everything from a spreadsheet, and it takes hours and hours. Use historical data and pretty much historical forecasts, and just hope that that will work for us. Our leadership team pretty much they are looking at to grow the company, so they're like, so in order for us to do that, what you need to do is, we need to have better internal planning instead of, client based. We are product based because that's all you can produce. So if you want to grow, what you do is you got to satisfy your customer demand. So therefore, if you want to do that, okay, can we evaluate and look at our production, or can we better plan with our production in order to support our customer? And that's how it started. Okay. That's it. Thank you, guys.